It's Navi, it's mousesports, I'm Harry, there's Hugo, there's Frankie, there's a bunch of names, and boy oh boy are we excited to bring you ESL One Cologne Day 2, baby. Navi, mousesports, let's go.
Lots.
Sorry guys, the mics haven't cut out again.
Are we on? Are we on? I'm interested in Navi starting on the CT side. That's traditionally their weaker side of the map. Obviously, Nuke, we all know it's a CT-sided map, but it's Navi. Anything can happen.
Goodbye to your face, Boomich. Quick Glock tap puts him down to 2. mousesports, they've successfully crossed Secret despite heavy outside control, but it's all a trap. Electronic was waiting here the entire time, and mousesports, trying to push into the B-bomb site, are going to have to get past him and his USP. And Flamey also here. Simple, first blood, as you should expect from this man with a CZ75. mousesports still looking to commit through this lower door. They've got the smoke going through. Electronic has a gap, though, and him versus the P250 of Rops, doing some damage, dropping off. Plant covered by Rops with a quick shot. Perfecto's already trying to come in for the retake. Flamey dropped on ramp, and Navi in a very compromised spot.
Perfecto sees it. Oh, Boomich is blocking him in. Boomich, get out the way. Perfecto is here to play another kill. And now just Woxic left to beat. Woxic already on a double. Perfecto with 3. And he's looking for a big pistol round. It's Perfecto getting it locked in for Navi.
I think we all remember that classic Navi game where you know, I can't even remember their opponents, but Perfecto died 3 times on the CT side or something, just staying alive up on A rafters. He's such a sick anchor player, always doing his role, never, giving away early picks to his opponents, and I really love seeing him on Nuke. I obviously, Simple and Electronic are the big talking points, especially with Electronic and his secret shenanigans, but Perfecto, he's a guy that's just not going to make any mistakes, and that's why he's so entertaining to watch in this team. A huge pistol round clutch on the side of Navi, and mousesports, they're going to eco this one up. A couple of deagles here and there, a scout on Woxic, imagining he'll take that outside. Let's see if he can find some scalps.
I love whatever you even think about how the image of Navi, at least in my head, has changed. I don't know if you guys agree with this, but you think about when Zeus was in the squad and stuff, they were these pretty you didn't want to mess with Navi. Whereas now I just think they're so nice. Look at this actually, Woxic opening up. I wouldn't expect him much of this round. That's why I'm just kind of, not really talking about much. But Electronic at least has got things back under control here. It's now only just the pistols. So, as I kind of segued away from whatever I was saying, we've kind of returned to the expected outcome here, Hugo. Carrigan with the deagle, tiptoeing his way outside, and actually is going to delete Boomich. It's the clash of the IGLs in main. Carrigan comes out ahead. Now Perfecto here inside of the A site. This man is quite the anchor over here. Can he continue to give us the goods, deliver what he's known for? There's the first follow-up, going to be found by Carrigan. And so this A site now belongs to mousesports.
Yeah, I mean, mousesports is Deegs, they're good. I don't need to tell you that. Carrigan, Rops, these are the guys you're going to want to watch out for on the eco, but it's Chris picking up an M4 and aggressing into the hut for one more. Electronic, a long way from home, and down in the B-bomb site, he is going to have to walk right up the ramp. I mean, this round's done. There's no kit. There's only 20 health. Chris is holding the perfect off angle for this position. And even if Electronic gets this kill, the round is surely going to fall in the favor of mousesports. Keep in mind, that's not even a force by either. Deagles and a scout. Woxic finds the crucial opening kill to the 1M4 of Simple up in heaven. And Perfecto, he's able to get a kill from the back of the A site, but immediately traded by Carrigan's double Deags. Good stuff from the in-game leader of mousesports. They will find their first.
So yeah, here, obviously you and I, we got to see a lot of Navi back in EPL and RTR. For me, one of the things that really stood out about Nuke was someone like Boomich, just feeling like at times he would often get caught out in the wrong place at the wrong time. I hope that's something that we see addressed here, because he was the man to fall there over towards main that allows that whole push to come in. He's already taken a much more passive lie, and I like that from him. He kept being someone who would just rush squeaky door, it felt like. So I'm glad that we've got him playing with that big old brain of his. Rosen's already been removed in this round by Simple, and mousesports now in a 4-on-5. Woxic going to start to creep over towards main, but actually decides against it for the time being. It's Electronic in this position. Where's Simple ended up? He's taken that Deeg over here towards ramp. And, with players from Mouse starting to tiptoe their way back to lobby. There's always a chance that we see Simple's Deagle come to life once again.
Yeah, I love watching Tier 1 CS, man, because they just don't miss. And it's unlike anything else. Simple. First blood again. A 5-on-4. mousesports looking at the door. They've got Woxic on this lurk. He needs to come in from main at the right time to catch Electronic. Looking behind. Oh, the CZ's going to take him down, though. AK gone. And now they filter out through the door. They flood into the site, but the molly will burn out one. Boomich coming up the vent with the P250, trying to find the right timing. Rops is looking very close, but not considering it. mousesports have gone quiet, and so Na'Vi decide to wait. Simple dropping the bomb. It flies towards him. Oh, with these shots coming through, Boomich will fly up the vent as well. And that was a perfect pinch on the A site for Na'Vi.
That's great, man. That's the kind of CS we want to see Boomich play, because everything about there, his role, he's actually under a lot of pressure in that position. Like, it being in the vent, if he dies, they drop vent, they go B. B site's gone, it's a 2-on-2, and any chance you had is out the window. But by him just biding his time, waiting on the ladder in that fashion, he's able to come in, pincer as they drop the other player towards the site, and just solidify that second round for Na'Vi, so that was great.
Gentlemen, just to interject very briefly, over on the B screen, Complexity currently 8-0 up against Mad Lions.
Yeah, Mad Lions, man, that's a huge calamity going on there with with a Polish player being brought in. You have to remember now that communication is going to be a big talking point inside of that roster as they move from Danish to international off the back of one player, and that's always kind of it's got to be worth its weight in gold. Innocent really has to perform to make that worthwhile. Woxic, hello? Or Frozen, more goodbye. He walks into the scout shot. Woxic follows up. He at least makes it worth his while, but boy, you're going to have to do some impressive stuff, Woxic, to win this round now with a man down. mousesports are trapped in the yard. This scout is lethal.
Yeah, man, like, that's the thing about Woxic. Like, he is... it's like you let him off the leash and you don't know where he's going to go. You know, like, you don't know who he's going to bite. You don't know what he's going to do. Look at this. He's looking for a man in main, gets the tag on a Boomich, and that's Boomich's cue to fall on out. This bomb is rotated all the way back through outside. Going to rejoin Chris J in the lobby. Looking like they want to try and get in towards this A site. They don't have to commit to A, though. That's like the beauty of this. They certainly might feel obliged to, especially with Woxic still pressuring outside. Perfecto tucked away. Boomich back in the site, tagged up earlier on by the scout, and Chris J's just seen him on the jump peak. There's the kill for Chris. The man who don't miss. Bomb planted, and now a 3-on-3.
Woxic was covering upper, but he's going to go back to the lobby and do a flamey on the ramp push. All bit of damage in the favor of mousesports. They're really going to do this again, are they? They didn't even force Harry, and somehow they're making this one realistic. Perfecto with the one kit in heaven. He at least needs to get out of that position and not leave that kit up there. Simple flamey, a killer piece, and blink and you miss it. This round has been retaken from Na'Vi. Great control. Great patience. I've liked these retakes on the A site so far, right? Na'Vi not rushing. It would be very easy for Perfecto to look for gunfights there, but just waiting on his teammates. We saw Simple on the ramp lurk in the previous A retake, and then Boomich come up the vent. Oh, yeah, okay. It looks silly in slow motion, but imagine heat at the moment. Saw an arm come out, took a shot, frozen peaks as well. Unfortunate stuff, but still a bomb plant for mousesports, and that was only an eco. They can buy full.
I do just want to emphasize for the viewers at home, that wasn't Rops suddenly completely changing his look. That was actually fan cam, a mousesports fan desperately holding on for his team.
Boomich has got the auto shotgun. I love that. Let's see what he can do with it. Rops out here by the vent, and how's he managed to get down? The nade hits him. They don't realize it. Oh no, Electronic's gone. Down goes Boomich. He tries to get through the vent, and he just had no idea that Rops had already gotten down. And when Rops gets down, it often gets dirty. It's now a 3-on-5 retake at this B site, and Flamey offers himself up now as well. Simple and Perfecto left in a 2-on-5. Now, you've got to bear in mind, Simple's still up. He counts for like 3 men all on his own, so even odds, really, if you think about it like that. But down goes Simple, and now it's just Perfecto left. He's going to try and save over here on the A site. He never even really looked that interested to begin with.
Yeah, Simple was already running away, right, and getting peeked off the back of the footsteps. That audio is all Woxic needed to go for the fight. That's going to be another round for mousesports. I like how competitive this is early on, right? Back and forth. The money is up in the air. No one is taking consistent rounds. Na'Vi are the only ones to manage to streak together 2, rather. And I love that vent dive as well. I don't know how the hell Rops gets down unnoticed. 20 health. And he immediately catches Boomich. And at that point, when mousesports already have the outside pick from the player in main spraying the smoke, and then they kill a rotate to B, Na'Vi are in full panic mode. They're in full patch-up mode because they realize, oh god, we've not got the B-bomb site. We're already in a 5-on-3. We've got to rush down there, you know, and just kind of bucketing water out of the boat. But there's a hole in the bottom. It's sinking, Harry. And mousesports rising to the top, finding a second. Plenty of players surviving too.
Ooh, Ruffs is going to try do it again. This time, not down the vent, and instead it's a Boomich. It's a little bit chaotic. Carrigan comes in for the trade, and this A site gets overrun. Flamey's on a wrap, but he misses his opportunity, and now it becomes a bit of a liability. That there is a free kill for mousesports. Missed Evan Molotov. It falls down the ladder by the tiniest bit. There's a little boost for Simple to go peeking on in. Molly does hit the second time around, and this is going to be a save for Simple and Perfecto, right? You've gone for the force buy. They drop this smoke. That's a nifty little one-way that gives you vision down into the site and obscures you a little bit. Hugo, you throw this one all the time. Let's see if Perfecto is able to use it as well as I've seen you manage.
Yeah, this is dangerous, though, because, you know, as you mentioned, this is already looking like a save from the get-go with Simple falling out. And so if Perfecto died there, you know, that's going to be a gun lost. And Na'Vi really want to keep 3 intact. I say 3. Electronics only on a CZ. Hopefully he'll position himself to run back into A after the bomb explodes. And maybe there'll be something left behind the CT vent where Boomich died with Rops' AK. Interesting stuff. Like, I like how Rops goes fast out, looks for the pick, takes a risk. Once he dies, you know, mousesports are hoping he gets a kill so they can burst out hot off the back of it. But, you know, whatever information transpired, whatever happens, he dies immediately, and Carrigan just runs right out the vent with no fear. So, yeah, the flash may have blinded Rops, making things difficult, but good capitalization from Carrigan, and mousesports just take over the A site.
One thing that I think is good for Mouse about having the player break is it was like a chance for like a mental reset, because it felt like, you know, they were just a team that went from being really good to a sudden decline, and it's always hard to dig yourself out of that, right? And, you know, that mental reset can come in a number of ways. Like, for some teams, it's changing a player. For others, it's, you know, just having some time away. And I feel like having that month off to kind of, you know, remind themselves who they are and what they've done and what they're capable of can mean a hell of a lot. And then the fact that you've got BMAS just sat on the bench, hungry, ready to play. Guys, I'll replace one of you if you ain't careful. That's a nice little incentive to really step it up as well.
What's cool about BMAS quickly is just the fact that, like, you know, inside of this team, we've got 2 30-year-old players being Carrigan and Chris. And these guys, I'm sure, have had a lot of help in molding Rops into the absolute star that he is, coming in, you know, as such a young and inexperienced player to Pro CS. And so, well, we've already got evidence that that can happen. So not only is it Carrigan and Chris able to help BMAS if needed, but you've got Rops there as well, who's proof in the pudding. He can say, you know, whatever helped motivate him and help get him to where he is now, he can offer that same insight to BMAS. So yeah, I think it's an interesting move or addition, and we'll see how it progresses post-Cologne. But right now, this is the mousesports 5 that we know and we love, and they're heading in towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, Flamey is wrapping around, and Simple's dropped another in the meantime. This is in danger of getting out of hand. Rops is lurking in through ramp, and he's got to do something huge, but the timing's going to be everything. Electronic now coming in, and Rops has seen him. There's another man in the lobby coming in on rotation. Will Rops be ready for another? That's Perfecto with the AK. And down here at the B-bomb site, it's Boomich digging them down, just holding on, not giving anything up. There's 7 seconds frozen in time, but he gets it, and Perfecto comes in with the trade. It's close, but Na'Vi snatched that round away. And Hugo, man, just to expand on what you were saying, I think that's something that I love about this mousesports organization. They love trying to bring up like these new talents within the squad. That was how Rops got so good. They basically did the same thing with Frozen. There's BMAS as well. And then even if you think like historically, ages ago, you've got a man like Carrigan was given his first chance initially in like an A-list team by this mousesports squad years back, all the way at the start of his career.
And Frankie, we saw your question answered about Na'Vi boot camping. They're all 5 together.
They are all 5 together, which is great to see. My thing about mousesports, I'm wondering, is in my interview with Frozen, he says, oh, we got to the top from grinding from the bottom. They were never at the bottom. They came in, they exploded, they were always good. And that's why my concern, can they get themselves out of it? But it looks like it's pretty promising from watching what we've seen so far.
Yeah, this is a good start. Na'Vi winning an eco, though. I mean, add it to the list of low economy rounds in this game that have been won, more than not, funnily enough. So let's see if they, well, everyone's got guns now, so who knows? mousesports already a man down. Simple's got that AWP out. Heavy A side setup here for Na'Vi, and mousesports, they found their way in secret. We're seeing a similar setup to last round. Lobby players and secret players. mousesports use this to lurk out ramp, and Rob's found success there shortly before dying to the Deagle. But this time they might go up the vents into the A site, with 2 still sitting towards lobby. It's a big risk considering that setup from Na'Vi. Perfecto here, Electronic nearby. Boomich smoked off, and so Perfecto's on an island right now. He's got to hold his own like we know he can. They almost line up. Good damage. Boomich through the smoke, the Mad Lab, but only one, and Electronic dropped by Rops towards the back of the vent. That's a great hold from mousesports on that A site, and the plant coming through. Simple and Flamey. Is it another save here for Na'Vi? It might have to be.
Yeah, they've been very, very good at dodging Simple, it feels like, right? Like, I don't think we've really had to see him, like, fend off against anyone just yet. And that's where he's in his element. So mousesports just kind of playing dodgeball here with Simple. And it will just be another one of these saves. Now, we've already seen a force bite get past mousesports. Ooh, Boxic, don't attempt that jump again, man. Simple is not the guy that you want to give many chances to. mousesports get a 4th. They get into that A site, splitting from the vents. Rops with 2 really nice entries. I'm loving what we're seeing from Boomich right now for Na'Vi. He was someone who, as I've kind of already said, in my opinion, became, I don't want to say a liability, that's the wrong word. He is the IGL at the end of the day. But he became like a little bit scary, right? Like you never really knew what you were going to get out of Boomich. And now I know what I'm going to get. He's looking great. Also, look at that. Talk about mousesports, man.
That's a rat.
I know, but come on, it wouldn't have worked. Rat Sports, that's my team.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
That's Frankie Ward. Flamey over here at ramp, and he's about to get tested. Let's see what the Flamer can bring to the server. Flashes go in, and Flamey, oh, it's a bit chaotic. Oh, no, the flash has him blind, and Rops is going to get the kill. Now Simple comes in, missed shot with the AWP, and Simple's got to get out of there with the Molotov falling at his feet. mousesports, they actually leave ramp. They pack it up. They pack it in. And they go back to beginnings here, as now they get it themselves over into lobby. Is Frozen going to see Electronic? His arm almost around the corner. Frozen just an inch away from seeing him. And there's the swing. Perfect timing for Electronic. Perfecto still a threat in the A bomb site, and he's dropped the bomb.
Bomb in the open, and Perfecto's just jiggling. He's just wiggling. They're not giving him a chance, and Na'Vi are going to instantly come in on those rotations. Simple, again, up through heaven, not needed in this round at least. It's the vent climb for Na'Vi that finds him the A site hold. Man, Electronic, that was so close, and I was wondering if he would even hit that timing. Frozen, he kind of freezes. He hesitates inside of main, waiting for his team to get ready to run out hut. He didn't want to go in too early, and with that, it's a bit of a problem as Electronic peeks out the perfect point for that kill.
Hey, we got some Na'Vi fans.
Lots more Na'Vi fans.
Na'Vi fans now stepping up to the plate. Look at this. They love the Na'Vi merchandise, man. They've got it on lock. I love that. Right, Simple. Let's see, man. The fans are all looking, mate. You've got to try and give us something spectacular here. They get down through these outside smokes. Woxic going to be the last man falling in line. And they want to try and get into B. Electronic is already here, posted up with this AK. He's going to have a pretty tall order ahead of him, but Electronic first kill. Oh, and another before he's dealt with by Frozen. Rops in the vent, neck and neck with Boomich. Oh, this is an awkward fight. Boomich doesn't know how awkward it is, but it's about to be very awkward indeed. Somehow Boomich has won that. No idea. Back up through the vent, and now it's just Frozen and Woxic with an even split for Na'Vi between either site. It's even odds. mousesports, they've dealt with Flamey, and now they've just got Simple left to worry about, but that's quite the man to worry about. Simple's dropped the bomb, and now it all falls onto Woxic.
Yeah, he's got to get close as well. But Na'Vi have grouped up with 3 on the ramp, and they are all ready to come in through together as soon as he makes noise. He could duck and dive back to the A site, but oh dear, that's a meaty flashbang. He can't see a thing, and they would have heard him drop as well. Na'Vi are timing a push. You can see them lining up, and they're going to go together. Great teamwork, trading 1-for-1. Simple waiting at the back just to stay alive, and Na'Vi are going to find 6 on this CT side.
All right, also, seeing the fan cams from mousesports has given me an idea. We need more pets on the broadcast. We need more. We need just whatever you got. You got lizards, we want them. You got dogs, we want them. You got rats, we want them. We want a bit of everything.
Yeah, what's
Dick insects? I'll take whatever.
What's the Na'Vi, national pet? Would it be a bear?
Yeah, I mean, that one might be a bit trickier to, like, bring on set, right? But, yeah, if any of you folks over in the Na'Vi camp have access to one...
It's got to be a cat. It's definitely a cat.
Ooh, well, simple cat-like reflexes over here in Garage, helped out by Electronic. And, simple again. I tell you what, mousesports, they definitely don't have 9 lives. They've got 2, actually. It's Rops and it's Chris J. And they're only armed with these Glocks. So this round, it might be pretty stale from this point onwards. Let's see if Simple can give us any shots worth getting excited about.
Every shot's worth getting excited about when it's Simple, Harry.
And when mousesports have thrown these outside smokes, they've actually really gotten down unscathed. Na'Vi have yet to get those smoke kills. We saw Karrigan jump. Oh my! We saw Karrigan jump ahead of the smoke last round. Simple famed for watching atop the smoke and catching players doing exactly that. So didn't get punished then, but he will punish now. Rops with his deagle as well, doing damage. He sees so many players, but he still doesn't know about the man up close. He'll climb above. Flamey gets the kill instead. And it will even grab the AWP too. Chris can't get out the door, and Na'Vi will hold on to that anti-eco round. Very important, considering how these pistol rounds have often gone the way of mousesports. I mean, both teams have won ecos for sure. Very difficult shot to hit, but Simple, like always, makes it look easy.
That clip, I love seeing Electronic and Simple.
Poke his head out.
Man. Oh, look, we do have more pets. We got a cat on scene now. Don't know how that's going to go down with the audience in the camera below, given that, famously not the best of friends.
Bit of Tom and Jerry.
We've all seen Tom and Jerry, yeah.
Tom and Jerry, that's a cat and mouse. Rats, very clever. Different species.
So you're saying if Jerry was a... Wait, yeah, if Jerry was a rat, he would...
He would
kill Tom.
I mean, the thing is, Jerry already outsmarts Tom all the time, right? But yeah, you're absolutely right. He would. He'd kill the cat.
Give him the
No
bubonic
mercy.
plague.
Something like that. That's the fleas. We need to, discuss the animals later, I think. I will be rating the animals, though. That cat, 9 out of 10.
Yeah? You think you're qualified to be rating people as pets, Frank? That's a slippery slope, I feel like. But let's see. I'm down. I like lending my ear.
I have a university degree.
Pet
I'm
rate.
qualified.
That's true. Okay. Well, let's see. Electronic. He's over here outside. I don't have the degree, but he's got a license to kill, and that's what he's possessing here. Trying to hold down this outside area. There's going to be a wall of smokes falling between Garage and Main. And Electronic looking to try and do something gross with it, but they've already gone past it. Perfecto up on the rafters, only good for one. Simple back in the A-bomb site. Are they going to finally give Simple a taste of the action? He takes down the first man, and now looking for a little bit more. Down goes Electronic. Walkstick over here in Main, and Simple swinging out. There's the peek from Frozen. Simple, another one, and now just Karrigan left. Simple's going to hear him drop down the vents, and now he's in hot pursuit. Karrigan running into this B-bomb site, but look at this. Simple tracking him down. The detective on the door, and Karrigan gonna try and swing it wide, but Simple with the no-scope. 8 for Na'Vi, and we finally get the Simple showing.
That mind game, the whole time Simple's chasing, he's knifing the wall. He's like, that's so loud as well when you're hearing that as a player on the B site. And Karrigan's just thinking, he's chasing me, I can't stick this bomb. Fakes it, tries to push him back, and Simple just no-scopes him up close. Not ready for that one, not in a million years. And yeah, you can even see it from Electronic's POV. Boy, oh boy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anti-mask is up in arms there, but of course, that's great, man. Any more gas masks? You know what, just anything cool, anything you want to show off, just put it on camera. Because, I love seeing all the faces, but my word, like, some of the stuff we're seeing from Na'Vi and Mouse is raising the bar for the fan cams. Karrigan out into the A site. Tries to go deep, and instead goes down. It's now Rops Deegan down Flamey over here outside. That's left a 4-on-4 open. Look at Rops go. He's out towards ramp. And, well, he knows that Simple is often the man rotating in towards Hell, so he's just homed in. But Simple, how on earth is he's like calculated this one. I hadn't even seen him yet, but he knows, as Simple often does. However, while Rops is keeping his attention fixated at ramp, teammates are falling elsewhere. And this A site now becomes a bit of a problem. Boomich is on a lengthy rotation up through Secret. Simple up in heaven. What are you going to give us, Simple? Oh, a little Deeg shot to the face from Woxic. And now Boomich alone has shut out Chris J and just has the Deeg King of Woxic left to find. And Woxic's going to nail the shot. So there we go. We have both the AWPers in the server showing up, but one with the Deeg, the other with his big green gun. And it's Woxic to come out on top right now.
mousesports should just play pistols, because when they buy rifles, they lose. And when they don't even force buy, but half buy, they win. I can't believe I talk about Carrigan and Rops' Deagle and don't even bring up Woxic. This guy is a tank, and he shows it in the server with 4. Oh boy, Simple even wallbang drops there on the ramp as we cut away to look at the A site. So he got him through the boxes, of course he did. And now Na'Vi, they've got to win an eco of their own. That is a crucial swing round that not only puts the money in the favor of mousesports breaking Na'Vis, but can give them the chance to get a really good T side. Not if Perfecto has anything to say about it though. Bomb dropped in the hut, 2 more. He's getting spammed from the A site. Rops, that is cheeky, and he's going to find himself the bomb back under the control of mousesports. Nice aggression from Boomich. Chris, looking the wrong way for a second, trying to hold on to the ramp player, almost gets caught by the double peek, but Rops is just bailing his team out, left, right, center, good night, he's gone. No ace, but it's still around for mousesports. I can't believe, you know, back-to-back 4Ks firstly from mousesports, but then look at this from Rops. Look at the kill through the hut, saving his teammate, getting the bomb back under control. The one man who could have done anything was Perfecto with that AK, and he just gets removed immediately.
Oh, look at this. We got a T-Rex. That's cool. That's a cool pet. That's probably my favorite one that we've had thus far. Oh, I don't see many of them nowadays. Let's see, though. Chris J. Not going to be the dinosaur of Mouse over here at the A site. Simple's gone aggressive at ramp and is actually pushed on in. Now, clears that close left side. Now just knows he can home in on the right. Rops is the man ready to go against him. I like this. This feels like a real clash of the titans here between Rops and Simple. Simple's going to fall on back, and Rops has heard a couple of footsteps there, so now aware that this player at ramp might have taken a more passive line. Now, it's important to note that Flamey's often been the man over here towards ramp side, so Simple could be, you know, like a bit of an unknown quantity, and this gives him the option to drop down into B, and that's exactly what he's done here and now. He's going to be holding down lower, even with the option to rotate through Secret and help out nice and quickly, maybe even deal with the outside players. That's if he's needed, though, and right now it doesn't feel like it. Carrigan and Rops doing what they can, and actually, Frozen's come in with another, so now bomb planted into this 2-on-2. Simple, the man who was on B, ready to come up through the vents, and Flamey's just cleared him a path. It all falls onto Carrigan, 1v2, but this man, he's pretty good in the clutch.
Oh dear, he's got Flamey in the back. Does he know about Simple? The footsteps come through. Carrigan tries to bait the shot. Simple won't fall for it. Oh, it's a game of chicken. And Carrigan goes wide. The missed shot from Simple. It's mousesports with 7. That one Deagle round, that one 4K from Woxic sets them up perfectly. Carrigan capitalizes, and mousesports a pretty damn good half. 7 at the end of things. We know Na'Vi have a strong T side on Nuke though, so let's see if they can show that in the server in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
It's the Boomich boys taking on the Carrigan crew here. Na'Vi versus mousesports, and we are as close as can be at the end of the first half of play. We got the beautiful Carrigan up on the screen here. Look at him having a big old sip of that water, having a great time. mousesports, they've done well in this first half of play over here on Nuke. Na'Vi, it's actually perfecto right now alongside the top of the standings with a man like Simple alongside him, and that's what we want to see. See, both these teams have the privilege of being at boot camp, and it looks like Na'Vi, they're playing in some nice loft or something like that. That's a nice little aesthetic, boys. I love it.
Wow, let's see what aesthetic they bring into this T side. We've already got a winner of the half for Na'Vi, but we know how good they can be on the T side of Nuke. Considering a CT-sided map, that's easier said than done, but for Simple, it's easier done than said. He's going to move outside with that P250. Boxing with the kit smoke up in heaven, trying to tap back. The molly just missing by an inch. He stands right behind the fire, but does he know that Na'Vi are right in front of him? Boomich is very quick to get in this position. It's already 125 and he's in heaven, so mousesports don't know just yet, but the longer that goes on, the more they assume. However, Na'Vi need to wait, or Boomich needs to wait on the rest of Na'Vi to get into position to set up for this A-take. Still, Flamey left in the lobby. Woxic might look lower, but the shadow, oh, I think he should have seen it yet. Now he's prepared. Now he's ready for Boomich close on the rafters. But Boomich, if he peeks on top of this yellow rail, that could offset Woxic's crosshair. We'll have to see how this fight goes, and that's if Woxic even waits.
Oh no. Woxic tries to take the peak. The thing that's even more disastrous is he's the man with the kit. That's now dropped up in heaven. That is an awful place to have your kit get lost. And, you know, that's like assuming the bomb plant even plays into this round, which right now it might not even. Flamey on 2, looking for the triple, and Carrigan's just dancing around, trying to dodge Flamey, but you can't put this fire out. It's going to be a 9th for Na'Vi as the pistol round goes their way.
This already sets us up for a great T side here, right? Flamey kills 3 A players, and then Na'Vi go B. Like, oh dear, they're already playing with their food. They're already in the heads of mousesports. We always talk about, like, misdirection on Nuke. mousesports did it a little bit as well in the first half, right? Like dropping B and coming up the vents, etc. So that's a pretty standard way to go about it. Na'Vi doing the inverse, taking A and dropping B. It's going to work wonders. 9-7 here, and the scout out for Woxic. We saw him win a lot of force buys here for mousesports, or even ecos with this gun. Carrigan is burning to a crisp for 100-0. He thinks he's found safety on top of the hut. It is far from that. That's not the way you want to start here if you're mousesports. Boomich has even dropped through the vents after that kill and cleaned out lower. RV, they haven't taken the site yet. Their last man in defense is Rops.
He is in a very rough spot. Rops, what can he do from this position? Ooh. Down goes Electronic, but everywhere else. Oh, another. Rops. Ooh, that was almost a third. Chris J's taken it away, but Rops has done a great job, and he's looking for even more. Rops, what is this with the Deagle? He has completely demolished Na'Vi. Simple now in the 1v4, and he's going to require something even more special if he wants to pick this round up for Na'Vi. Down goes Rops. So Simple has dethroned the current king, and now he's got to show why he is CS royalty indeed. Smoke going to get dropped to facilitate the cross. Baiting shots from Woxic. Simple gets by. There's a man up on the rafters. Simple takes the fight to Woxic, but Woxic finds him. And that's an 8th round for Mouse as they steal it away. Yeah,
even if Simple got that next kill, there was a player right above him. So great shots from Rops.
Great camera angle, man. Like, I like to think this is how Rops like sees the world, you know, like because he's always in like places like Pop Dog on Train, right? He's always peeking over the top of things. So it's natural that that's the angle we get of him. That's the kind of angle that the enemies get.
Well, we did want to see more pets in the fan cams, and Rops, he's a bit of an animal with that Deagle. mousesports have just been banging on these ecos, and now Na'Vi have to win one of their own. I've said that 1,000 times, and I'm going to continue to say it because it's all we're seeing. Simple with the scout tagged outside as Woxic falls off with his. mousesports are very well armed in this round. Frozen's taken that AK-47. Robs is solo on the ramp, as is tradition. Flamey getting the door shut and moving away. He is holding lobby on his own. This is pretty standard, exactly how Na'Vi played the pistol as well, with one lurk inside, the rest of them in the yard. Woxic holding a very passive line, but this allows Na'Vi to get inside of main and be a bit of a nuisance if they want. They're going closer, they're going further, and with this double scope, this could be a real problem for Woxic. He's about to get sidelined. Oh no, the Tech 9, it's garbage at the best of times, but Electronic gets one. Trade is in, they know about the second. Rops deals with him as he peels away from the ramp room. That gives room for Flamey to take it, but what can you even do with it at this point? The bomb not under the hands of Na'Vi, and Rops is going more and more aggressive by the second. Ooh, there's the kill from Flamey, but it might all be too little and too late.
I'd hate to be Rops there. It's like, guys, they are everywhere. Hello? Like, they're in ramp, they're outside. Like, where is everyone watching? And here we go, Simple and Flamey now in this 2-on-3. It's not going to be easy, but that's not to say it's impossible. You know, I see Flamey, I see Simple, and I believe. So let's see what they're able to get up to. It's 25 seconds left on the clock. Time is a bit of a problem. They go back for this bomb that was all the way over here outside, and they've been very, very sneaky. But in doing so, they've been very, very slow. Frozen is really the man who can make all the difference here. He's the lone defender at A. If he gets one and dies, even that gives Na'Vi a chance. So really, we need both. And there's the first. Flamey tagging him up, but Frozen's bought enough time for Chris J to come in on the rotate. So he plays that perfectly. mousesports get 9, and now it is just that eco for Na'Vi.
I love how passive he plays there as well. Even it may be to do with the fact that the time is down to 10 seconds. He's just trying to live as long as he can, and he tanks a couple of shots in through the vent, down to 7 health. Doesn't matter. His teammates bail him out. And mousesports, they're going to keep up appearances here on this CT side. This is turning into such an exciting game, as we kind of expected, as we hoped. But this round will be a bit of a different one. It's just Glocks for Na'Vi. We did see Kusta yesterday on an eco like this, in this map, go outside and get an eco ace, starting with a Glock 2K. But I don't think Na'Vi are going to be as fortunate, especially not with his AWP on Woxic, finding first blood and looking for a little bit more. Now it's Na'Vi's turn to bait some shots out, but they're going to be unsuccessful. Frozen swings out wide, great spray, and even gets a third as well, locking down the anti-eco, taking double digits and the lead with it.
Rops is just really delivering right now, and I'm very, very happy about that. You know, you look over at Na'Vi, and I think the moment we're all waiting for is this moment, which is, you know, they get the rifles out, they've got everything they need, and now we get to see what, you know, the kind of perfect little duo of Simple and Electronic have up their sleeve here. Moving into the T half of play. Going to be a bit of an outside presence here for Na'Vi. Rops is looking to test the waters with some ramp aggression. The flash goes in and Flamey's blind. That spam kind of gives up the aim of the game, and he knows that that flash has worked. Rops opening this round up with a kill, and this is huge for Mouse. They've got lobby control. Like, they know that Na'Vi are going outside because they physically cannot be anywhere else. And so this kind of shoehorns Na'Vi. They're now faced with two decisions. Do they go back and retake lobby, or do they just commit to outside, knowing that all that information has gone in favor of Mouse? As a result, mousesports, they've fallen very, very passively back into A, and with 2 players down on B, they are poised. They are ready for whatever comes their way. And as long as they trade evenly here at the B bomb site, they should be able to hold on. That smoke goes down, and it sends Na'Vi packing. That's a little bit upsetting for the Na'Vi squad.
mousesports are looking fresh, man. They're looking ready to frag because, you know, that was a nice little take. Even if Rops dies there, or if there are more Na'Vi players in the lobby, right after he gets that kill, Karrigan and Chris also flash in through the hut. So it was a two-pronged attack into the lobby, and all the info in the hands of mousesports. Boomich, though, doubling down. Knowledge is power, but power is also power. He's going to take down 2 in secret, forcing heavy ramp rotations towards B. Woxic didn't see Simple on this lurk. He's going to be calling for his team to get the hell out of here. There's a heavy B setup right now, with only Karrigan remaining on that top site by the squeaky door. Simple might be able to get rid of this position as well if he times this flank to perfection. Coming up the ladder, 15 seconds, Karrigan might have to go for a heroic smoke push here if he wants to stop the plant. It's worth the risk, but Electronic is waiting. Great cover for his teammate. Boomich planting for Simple in upper, and now Woxic and Rops a long way from home, rotating in from the ramp room, have to retake a 2-on-3.
Yeah, I remember a certain Woxic and Rops clip, though, here at the A-bomb site, though. So let's see, right? I always have some kind of faith on these guys when they're in this man-down situation. Let's see. Woxic armed with only an MP9. He's traded out. And he's looking to get stuck in. Now Simple up on the rafters represents a bit of a problem. Woxic does come in and help his teammate out. Follows up onto Boomich as well. Trades onto the AK. Electronic over in main. Woxic not able to cross into the site. So Na'Vi, 10 on the board. It comes down to a 1v1 from a 3-on-2. They still get it over the line.
That round is all electronic, right? Carrigan, he knew that as much as he didn't want to go through that smoke, he could win the round if no one was watching it. If he has a chance, he should take it. And even though electronic covers stopping him, as well as that, the bomb's planted for Heaven. Simple's fighting from rafters. He gets traded, and then electronic has to stop the cross to the site. If he lets that player get behind the silos, he can just stick the bomb. Woxic can win the round off of the defuse. So important couple of kills there for electronic. And now it's going to be Na'Vi bouncing back with a T-sided round. mousesports' little 3-round streak is short-lived. But there is a big difference in the fact that they took control of the economy to start the CT side. If you compare that to Na'Vi's back and forth force buys in the first half, sometimes going their way, sometimes not. And well, the difference here, mousesports, they win 3 gun rounds in a row, and now they have a double AWP even after they lost the last. So they are well armed and dangerous, but this is going to be their money bottoming out if they don't win this round. That's the case for either team. So a lot of pressure in round number 21 as the smokes land outside.
The decision that mousesports have made here is something where it looks like they're trying to have like a read as to what's going to happen in this round. They immediately drop Chris J through vents. They have Frozen leave main entirely and take up a position over here in Garage. And so already they're kind of like leaning more towards this B site. And Na'Vi, it's not looking like a B play. Woxic,
oh no!
Oh goodness,
no, he's
the
so blind.
smokes missed and he didn't even realize because he's blind as a bat. Frozen does open with one. Simple dealing with Carrigan in the meantime, and Chris J up through the vent. This is actually a very nice collapse back into the A site from Mouse, but is it going to be enough? Flamey dealing with Woxic,
no.
Rops missing the shot, and that leaves it all on Chris. 1v2, bomb dropped over here right in his eye line. Flamey and Electronic left to overcome. There's certainly a chance for Chris J, but that's all it is. Does have this bomb with only 10 seconds left. Na'Vi are under pressure to retrieve it. Chris J trying to play the timing, trying to waste as much time as he can off that clock. And he knows now that this bomb has to go down. It's going to get planted just in the nick of time. He's dealt with Flamey and now Electronic in the 1v1. Chris J ring around the roses. And Electronic wasting time, but there's no fighting Chris J as he deals with the 1v2 and picks up the round for Mouse.
And that's why Chris J is on this team. The experience showing through, man. Like, you could see how he was calculating that. He didn't want to take the fight. He knew that time was in his favor, and Na'Vi desperately wanted the kill. They realized he wouldn't give it to him. They crossed to the site for the plant. Chris flashes out, takes a kill, and wins the one-on-one as well. Great work from him. Just the fact that he stays alive inside of door, instead of going for those fights on A. Give him Na'Vi a bit of money thanks to the bomb plant, and they'll be keen to invest around it. But mousesports, again, taking back the lead. Only just, though. Remember, they bought into a double AWP. They only get to save one, but it's not the end of the world. Nuke, not really a requirement to see those 2 AWPs. It does free up, obviously, someone to just sit back and relax at ramp and hold that long sight line where you have another in the garage or deep CT as Woxic often plays. I love this camera angle. It's so good.
Oh, man, I love it.
Robin just staying cool, dude.
Yeah.
Sweaty stuff for Na'Vi, but smiles all around. They're still feeling confident here. Another force buy, and boy, this is a big risk as well. They've got, I saw them buy up a hero AK on Simple. I didn't know they would fully invest around it, but hey, what have Na'Vi got to show for us? Lots of grenades, looking like an upper take. Let's see if this goes well for them.
Yeah, Mouse look more than ready for it. This hot molly can force Chris J out of position. Indeed, it's going to have to. He's getting burnt in it. He will perish in the flames, but he does get one before that. And Carrigan up here on the rafters makes quick work of that hero AK on Simple. He never even gets to fire a shot, so it's a very, very clean round for mousesports. 3 for Carrigan, everyone else chiming in. And now there's no money for Na'Vi. That kind of coming as a consequence of the decision to go for the hero AK force buy in that round there.
Yeah, leaves them with Deagles, leaves them with the chances. We know how these rounds have gone, but yeah, mousesports' A-hold has been really nice. We liked Na'Vi's on the CT side with that vent collapse and a lot of A retakes. Well, mousesports have one-upped that to a strong degree as well. So it's been really nice to see them, on this A bomb site. 12-10, the eco for Na'Vi. chance for mousesports to get that one step closer to taking their map pick in this series. What a victory this would be as well, considering we know Na'Vi's history on this map, how much success they've had. Tournaments like this, simple, that's a great shot. Saving his teammate's life as Chris gets aggressive through the squeaky door. It's at least an SMG given over, but it's not the end of the world. We know Chris to take the hit when it comes to the low weapons and give his teammates the rifles. True team player in that sense. Right now, mousesports just need to sit back, relax, and wait for the T's to come to them.
That's just about keeping things in check at ramp. And now Na'Vi, just simple and Boomich in a 2-on-4. Not the ideal, well, now just simple in the 1v4. But, he deletes Carrigan. There's the trade from Frozen, and it's kept under control. mousesports reach 13. And now we have a buy round coming for Na'Vi, but it could be one of the final buy rounds they're going to have here on Nuke, unless they right their wrongs pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, only 2 rounds on this T side. That's the crazy thing, right? They win the pistol, a really nice pistol. mousesports upset with a force and a streak of 3. Na'Vi have to rely on a clutch to get their first rifle round. And since that point, it's been all mousesports. Will the tide change? Na'Vi, they're infatuated with A right now. More utility going in early. If they go for a set piece A in the first 20 seconds of the round, mousesports have been so good at locking this down time after time. They're triple set A pretty much every single round. And so that's a big risk if Na'Vi want to take it, rather than, you know, go for this classic illusion rather and take outside, get a wrap in, try and take secret, even come back up to A after that. Something mousesports were doing commonly. So Na'Vi, yeah, they're going to go for the smokes. Far more standard stuff, far more successful, can get them into positions, you know, down in B, force rotates away from A, regardless of the site that they end up at. Right now, it does still look like an A take, given the lobby control. And yeah, Electronic, he's not playing behind the smokes. He's actually creeping close towards main. It's deep smokes, which allows him to get into the garage. Woxic is watching this from CT. Rops' second orb, firing off pot shots as well. Na'Vi trying to take ramp, and they're walking into a double setup.
Yeah, Rops just gets out of there. He gets that 1 kill and rotates away. Now, ramp is taken by Na'Vi, but Flamey getting out through squeaky door could throw a bit of a spanner in the works. It's only a tag from Woxic. Frozen wants the trade, but Flamey's not in the business of giving that up. Chris J will hold on to the A site, and he's dropped the bomb. Boomich is waiting for the rotation back up ramp from Rops, and Electronic is also here as well. Now, this is all well and good, but they have to get into the A bomb site. They're going to try and split it from Heaven and Hut, and for Chris J, he just has to hope he picks the right spot at the right time. He's just looked away, but he goes back to Heaven, and that might make all the difference. Boomich with the bomb, but only 5 seconds. He deals with the first, and there's Rops with the trade. mousesports, 14 to their name.
All right, you highlighted Rops as your player to watch, and boy, did you hit the nail on the head. This guy is absolutely on another level right now. Locking down ramp, the rotate back into A to win the one-on-one. And Chris has been holding his own in every important round as well. Look at this double kill, despite Flamey's best efforts at getting entries out onto A. Na'Vi, they may have forced a lot of players away from that top site, but it's not going to matter. mousesports on the edge of victory, 14 to 10. And Na'Vi's money kaput. No bomb plant either. That's not the spot they want to be in. They're relying on loss bonus. They might even have to, you know, play for OT here potentially. Although if I know Na'Vi at all, I wouldn't be surprised if they fully force in and throw caution to the wind. Even they are still making that decision, it seems. Nothing coming through, just a smoke. Expecting some pistols here. They have the loss for it. And yeah, that's it. Pistols, a bit of utility. It's actually a decent buy for Na'Vi. They've got a good amount of utility to get those outside smokes in if they do so, please.
Ooh. I want to attempt that again, Electronic. He might as well. Woxic over here outside. I haven't really seen, you know, Woxic having to do much with this AWP either outside. Like, a lot of the time, whenever they have taken it, it's just been with the smokes, right? And that's pretty, like, bread and butter. It feels like the AWP has to play into the mid-round as opposed to out of the gate. Moxic's just going to keep holding down this outside area. Now, something that's important to note here is that Rops is no longer at ramp. And in fact, not just is he no longer at ramp, no one's at ramp. They're stacked heavily towards outside and A. And this could be the perfect read for mousesports in this round. Perfecto will deal with Carrigan and follows up with the Tech 9, but the rotations are already in. It's another for Perfecto, but that's not enough, it looks like. Simple left in a 1v2, 10 points of health. He knows that both players are on A, and so he is barreling into this B bomb site. He's going to be able to get the bomb down, and that's at least a bit of extra money. But to actually win this, the odds so stacked against him. Woxic almost giving up the end of the game at ramp. That's when Rop swings wide and deals with Simple. 32 kills in this game and securing a 15th for Mouse in the process.
Just the collapse on A, man. Like wave after wave of mousesports players pushing in through that main smoke, trying to deal with the fast rush. Chris buys an SMG, which is the perfect weapon for Na'Vi's buy, considering the lack of head armor, but he only gets 1 kill from it. Nice Tech 9 shots from Perfecto, finding 3, but unfortunately there's not enough. And you can see how aware Simple is. As soon as he gets that bomb plant, even though Rops opens the door, putting a lot of pressure on, Simple knows he's not going to get immediately swung, and so he turns around and almost hits Woxic's head coming from the ramp. He's so ready for the fact that mousesports are going to try and double face him, but unfortunately for him, it does not go his way. 15-10, and this is it. This is do or die for Na'Vi. It's been so long since they found rounds on this T side. It's now or never.
Electronic survives the journey, but actually doesn't. It's you know, it's the old fable. He gets by the first set of danger, only to find himself, you know, out of the frying pan and into the fire that is Secret. So now a 4-on-5 for Na'Vi, backs against the wall and one away from having Nuke elude them. Simple.
Oh my.
Simple. Frozen's like just about ducked beneath the danger. Ooh, that would have been spicy.
We've seen Simple hit those, even with the scout. But not today, not in this lifetime. And right now, the lifeline for Na'Vi might be on a very thin rope indeed. mousesports tugging at the strings, not a single point of damage received. A 5-on-4 up. Na'Vi again putting pressure on the squeaky door, but mousesports have had no issue with dealing with these upper takes. Frozen's going to get mollied out, but no one peeks. Flamey is late to the angle after throwing that Molotov, and so Frozen just swings out wide. They even smoke it. That is illusion at best. Flamey now thinks there's still a player behind the vent, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
Chris J up on top of the hut. He's been so key in these last few rounds, but this one, he's going to solidify. He takes the win for Mouse, 16-10, as they get Nuke locked on in. And this series, Hugo, gets that much more exciting as a result.